Boom. There we go. All right. Allegedly, we are live. Hello and welcome.
Hello, happy almost August.
Yeah, whenever it is.
I almost messed that up. I almost said happy almost July.
Right. Get a little extra time this year.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're still in the process of redesigning, of remodeling this space, and currently the only light here is a single standing lamp over there. So that's why it's so dark and on my screen. So, we're supposed to have Jacob with us in a bit. We don't have Carol tonight, and obviously we have Tango and Dave here now. And I believe we had left off at you guys learned information about Tarask. And
Yes.
need to figure out what you're going to do about it.
And Jacob will most likely need a recap because he missed that.
Yeah, he wasn't there
session.
for that, yeah. Yep. Well, I don't know how late he's going to be. He's usually like 9:30ish, right? When he says he's going to be late.
Yeah, because he's usually putting his kid to bed.
Yeah. Okay. So, and everyone already, except for Jacob, already leveled up.
I'm not picking up inside the ninja. I can hear you. Inside the ninja. I can hear you. Chat roll Dave, but not game master.
See, I thought that was happening. I'll refresh.
I'm gonna quit Twitch and make sure it doesn't fix it. Oh, there you are. Hello.
Hello. Can you hear me now?
So maybe it might have been my Twitch being open making that happen. I don't know, but
well, I mute the stream so that I'm not getting double. But
well, yeah, I was muting it also, but like when I unmuted it, tested, I heard you. I was talking there, so I was kind of figuring out who's Dave talking to.
Yeah. Weird.
Tim also refreshed
something
in the screen when you at that time, so might have been something on his end.
Perfect synchrony.
Yes.
Because sometimes it can be tricky because I'm not on camera. Because you really don't need to see the mess in my office. It gets worse and worse. I just need to clean.
You keep saying that.
It's awful. If Video Ninja had a way to just blur the background, I'd be fine. But it doesn't. Like
what?
any.
What?
Like you can't do scenes and stuff like that. As far as I know,
I have a blurred background option.
Do you?
Yeah. If you go into the settings menu, there's at the bottom there's digital video effects, and one of them is blurred background. I don't know if I assume that everyone has it, but I guess
no. Nope.
Oh. That's weird.
Yeah, the only thing that I have is to enable draw on screen under the user options, and then under video source, it just has my camera, and that's it.
Oh wow! I don't have a draw on thing option.
If you click, if you go to the settings, and then there's a user button next to close settings.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I never opened that. Yeah, so on mine, it has video source, then audio source, then audio output destination, then default audio or placeholder image, and then digital video effects.
Nope, I don't have any of those. I just have the video, audio, and audio output. And it might be because you're hosting, maybe. I don't know.
I wouldn't think that would be a host only thing, but I guess it might be. Yeah.
My hunch is more maybe you might have like an NVIDIA card or one of your graphics card might bring additional functionality too.
I kind of assume Dave has a better computer than I do.
I don't have an NVIDIA card though. I have ATI because I refuse to go back to NVIDIA with the 4090, 40 series debacle.
I don't know what that debacle was, but
the power connectors were catching fire and stuff, and the fact that EVGA stopped making video cards, NVIDIA video cards, because NVIDIA is such an awful company to work with these days.
Wow. I don't know if I have an NVIDIA card or not.
You do. You have a 1650, I believe.
Cool. Everyone in the server knows more about my computers than I do.
I can tell you it's not Ubuntu.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I left Ubuntu.
Yeah, that's really weird. I don't have any of those options.
I do miss it sometimes, though. Maybe I have an option. Wait.
I mean, I could always look it up too.
I wonder if I have an option to like give you options. This do? Oh. Yeah. Okay. Well, anyway. Did you guys hear about the free community college?
No.
Governor of Massachusetts signed a bill into law that now makes all community colleges in Massachusetts free if you do not already have a degree.
Good for that. That's good.
Michigan apparently just launched the same, basically the same thing.
Wonderful.
Yeah. I think it's pretty cool.
What is the nearest community college to us?
Mount Wachusett, I think.
Is it?
Woot woot.
I put in an application today.
What are you gonna go for?
At the Mount, it's called liberal arts professional writing. It covers, novels and journalism and other things like that. Which I had last fall. I started school at UMP, University of Maine at Presque Isle, online for a journalism degree. It's called. It's not called journal. It's journalism and something.
I got a journalism and integrated marketing communications.
There you go. I think it's journalism and business communications maybe at UMPI, but yeah. So I had done that because it was online and it looked like a pretty good program. and it was self-paced. But then my migraines went off the wall, and I only finished one class, and then I never quite, I never really got, I never caught up after that, and ended up getting academic suspension. And I was just like, every time I've tried to do fully online courses, it's gone horrible. So I was planning on just not pursuing that at this point. I was like, I guess I don't know if I'll ever get back to it, but I'm just gonna leave it be, I guess. And then when I saw that listing, or when I saw that news article about the Mass Educate program, I went and looked at Mount Wachusett and saw that they had that program. I was just like, well, if it's going to be free and I can go in person and maybe hybridize, maybe do something.
Yeah, well, the in person is the important part there. Being able to have that be a physical, I have to go.
Yeah, I think that'll do. I think that'll do me some good. But I'll probably do a hybrid model. I gotta talk to Carol yet about because the degree to which I can make myself available to go in is gonna obviously need to be worked out with her. But yeah, they have obviously there's Gardner, which is right down the street from my church, and then there's a branch in Leominster apparently. So probably make something work. Oh. Oh. Oh, never mind. No. Okay. I found a setting that looks like it was going to enable me to give you guys video settings, but it doesn't seem as though it does. Dang. So Jacob will probably be here any minute. Do you guys want to start talking about what you want to do with the information you have, or and then fill him in when he gets here, or wait to start until he gets here?
I think we should wait. That's
Okay.
my vote, but I'm fine deferring to Tango.
I would say we know. Well, I want to make sure I know what we know. We know that it's a really bad thing, not just a worm. It's the what was it called?
The Armageddon Engine, or Tarask.
Thorax. Right. So they're trying to wake him up. We want to stay asleep forever. I mean, it feels like there's a fight brewing, as far as I can tell. Oh, you know what we should probably do is I think we should probably try to track down those people that got away. Didn't somebody get away?
Yes, the
Like into a puff of smoke?
Yeah.
the wizard lady went out the back gate.
I got a squirt to settle with her. Let's find her and kick her ass. That's what I vote on. What do you think, Chaparral? Do we sing him a song as we come home?
Sure.
Or do we try to, like, the one thing I was kind of thinking, which is this is, again, another really bad idea. What if we try to control the thorax?
The Tarask.
Thorax. I looked it up before. Let me look it up again because I will continually get that wrong if I don't.
Hold on a second. There. It's in the chat for the Vito Ninja.
Tarask. It
Yeah.
almost looks like a turtle bisque.
So we're believing that that's roughly the size of the island, or is this like the size of the known world, kind of end of the world?
So you don't know. The kobolds seem to believe that it is the size of the island. The the stuff you heard from the librarian doesn't specify a size, only that it's very large. But that but um, but that the last time it was seen, it would have been different than it is right now.
I mean, like, the thing of it is, like, we went through and we're inside of it somewhere. And now I'm concerned because was I just up a Tharas's back end, or was I down its throat? Was I in its nose? What is this blood contaminated with? I don't know. Okay. But boy, does it look nasty and mean.
Yeah.
I'd say that's my vote, is that we go fight the lady who's trying to wake him up, and unfortunately I think we might just have to kill him. And since the person with better judgment's not here.
Well, it was kind of implied that you can't kill it.
Her, not him, it.
Oh, that the person trying to wake it up.
Yeah. Because I don't think she's going to stop trying to wake it up.
Right. Hello, Titus.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm still looking up this blur thing. Everything is pointing to like adding a parameter to the OBS web link, but not to the web client. It's weird.
Hi.
Howdy.
Hello.
You missed some important stuff last session there, Jacob.
Oh, really? What did I miss?
Oh, we're not going to tell you. You got to figure it out.
Oh, no.
You get nothing.
It's a mystery.
Oh, no. All right, can you guys see me, or do I need to rejoin?
We cannot see you.
Okay, then I'll be right back. There we go.
Hey.
Can't see you. Nope. Just kidding. We can. Quick, turn off your camera again. Hi, Jacob. We missed you.
Well, I'm sure. I wasn't here for a while.
You and your pesky vacations.
Yeah.
I know. And the military training, and then next week I'll be at more military training. The following week. Yup. Summer is a fun time for military people.
Yeah, that's what I hear.
So what did I miss?
So after you get okay, so you missed basically the entire second half of that fight.
Oh, sweet. Do we win?
I fought for you and used your spells, and you saved the day.
Yeah, go me. I saved the day when I wasn't even there. Okay.
But most of them, the ones we wanted to get, the one who's casting the spell,
Mm-hmm.
got away.
How'd she get away?
A puff of cloud, like that little kind of 1960s TV show magic.
Yeah, ninja,
Yeah, ninja smoke bombs.
Yeah,
theatrical ninja vanish.
Awesome.
and we rejoiced because we killed the big blobby thing with a bunch of tongues.
Okay. Cool. I like it.
Not much in the way of loot, but then we get back, and I forget how, but somebody tells us, I forget how, but apparently the sleeping dragon is a Tarask, which is one of the 7 children of the end of the world.
The sleeping dragon?
The sleeping worm.
Oh, I was like, I don't remember a sleeping dragon.
So whatever we climbed into
Uh-huh.
wasn't a worm. It was a Tarask.
When they said
Sweet.
worm, they meant WYRM, as in
Yes.
a massive dragon.
Oh, got you.
But
I
it
thought
turns
you
out
said
it's something even bigger that will do even more damage if it wakes up, which it's going to. Think of like Ragnarok kind of. It's going to happen at some point. And the person who escaped with the 1960s ninja theatrical escape smoke bombs is the person trying to wake him up. Thus,
Sweet.
in the world.
Awesome. I love it. So I'm assuming we're chasing this person.
So they're gone. We got to go track them down. But we are back in the market, so you may restock as see fit. And I believe you are now also a L6,
I'm aware.
a level 6.
Oh, really? Sweet.
Yep.
Yay, level 6.
Anything I miss?
What?
Yeah, I mean it's heavily summarized, but I think you got the main beats.
That's
Yeah.
the benefit of what I bring to life. It's a wonderful summary. I'm the chat GPT before there was one.
Yeah, I don't think I heard you say this, but it was important. Part of the story was that, or an important part of your knowledge about this, the Armageddon Engine, is that whenever it's defeated, it goes to hibernation, and it adapts to the thing that last defeated it.
Oh.
So,
Well, that's fun.
In order to defeat it, you have to find a novel way that it has not been defeated before.
Huh. Okay. So we can't murderize the thing?
No, so if you defeat it, if it wakes up and you defeat it, then it just goes into hibernation. It doesn't die. But
Gotcha.
in order to defeat it, you have to figure out a way to attack it that it's not already adapted to.
Okay. But how do we know what it's adapted to?
You guys have not asked that in game.
Okay.
So I did think that is a great reminder, because then I was like, well, what if he's never been, or it has never been destroyed by fire? Because when we were inside of it with a fire thing, it didn't enjoy it.
I mean, that's true.
I don't know if there's a line between didn't enjoy it and we can kill it with it. Is a big line.
Yeah. It's a line I'm willing to cross.
Though, who knows? Who knows what we'll get down to when we get there? But I think
that's all dependent on it waking up, though. Like, it sounds like Dave is suggesting that Plan A is to prevent it from waking up.
That's a good plan. I would follow that plan.
Meh.
I no longer will be dancing inside of its orifice.
Yeah, that was, but that was why it's called the Armageddon Engine, is because eventually it will become undefeatable. And the plan is that it will eventually get to the point where you cannot defeat it, and it just destroys the world.
Makes sense. So maybe we just let it destroy the world?
The world you live on?
Yeah.
I mean, if that's the case, I'm going back inside of it.
I mean, I can
With
go
better
for 3
chances, like
rounds,
better odds of
that's
survival.
fine.
But now that we know what it is, can't we go back? Is there any way for us to identify the ways that it has been killed?
Well, what would you like to do to try to get that information?
I want to look up or ask one of the librarians to help us research old bard tales and songs.
Oh yeah, they have quite a lot of those. Just gonna ask you if there's any particular bard or any particular subject or location, like geographic location where the song takes place.
I would say any bards that, let me see, hold on. Any bards that look like Chaparral.
So any
What are you, Chaparral? What kind of thing are you again? You're a cat?
Yes. I'm a cat folk.
And you play the guitar?
No, I sing.
JD Vance must say you.
well, you played something during his. It was a lute.
I switched my I had never defined my my performance foray until I did my performance skill.
So you sing.
Yes.
So I want to look up a cappella bard's tales and songs about killing the Tarrasque.
Okay.
And the decision purely was not based on the fact that my inventory is almost always full. And my carry weight. I'm like, if I don't have to carry a mandolin, that's one less weight that I have to carry.
They did make weight really, really low.
It's terrible in this game. It would be hilarious if a flute was one weight. I can carry 100 arrows, which is like one weight, or a mandolin.
Ridiculous. Ugh. All right. Yeah. So she will she'll direct you to she'll point you to two places worth looking. One is that there isn't like a section on there isn't a section specifically on this.
On a cappella bard's tales about the Tarrasque?
Yeah, there's not like a specific book that's just that. There is.
I am shocked. What kind of library is this?
I was kind of going to say, is
is
it a connected library, or is it just...
There is a section on various what's it call it? There's a section on like great cosmic beasts, basically, like Bard's songs on various things that are equivalent to.
How about, is there any kind of bard songs on killing things?
There's always
yeah.
a bard song on
Oh yeah,
killing things.
there's a lot of them. So the section that so the section that I was talking about is what's it called? Yeah, it has various massive beasts, including Tarask. However, there's also just straight up the section that you were just in, where it talks about the various the 7 beasts. It's gonna. There is a book that's just kind of like known history of the Tarask, and this is just a study on the Tarask. So
do we get it? Does the librarian get it? How do we get it?
she'll just take you to it. I mean, she can show you where it is or whatever.
And I don't know if everybody would want to roll on this, or if this is only like give it to the smart people to read. Do we all get to take a turn reading it?
Sure.
Sweet. What are we doing? I'm trying to level my character up.
You are researching the books to try to figure out the ways that it has been defeated in the past.
Okay, so we're reading books. I'm gonna look for magical ways. So would that be Arcana?
Okay.
Sweet. Okay, so let's see. Arcana. Roll.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm not paying attention. Arcana roll. So proficiencies. This is going to be a crappy roll. Roll +3. Critical fail.
Wow.
So you didn't get anything.
In fact, I probably ripped the book, and I'm going to get kicked out.
Totally.
Did your old sheets change? Never mind, looking in the wrong spot.
Okay.
So I think.
Tim, I think my spell attack modifier in DC for my spells should be expert. I can't change that though.
What? Can't?
My spell attack modifiers in DCs, I can't change the trained to.
Oh yeah, those update automatically.
Well, it should be expert because I'm a sorcerer.
I don't have the SRD open yet. Honestly.
Oh no.
Let's see. Yeah.
So yeah, it's looked like the CSS sheet for Pathfinder, or for the
Oh, sorry, that's level 7. I'm my bad.
For the,
One more level. Yep. Right.
So you're getting
Just
ahead
drag-
of yourself already.
I am. Haha.
Shame, shame.
I know.
so
I posted the picture of the of Tarask in the Discord.
Sweet.
my Pathfinder, or my Foundry is like no longer has a darker background in my profile. So I lost like everything. I'm gonna drop from the Foundry and America pack with it.
Okay.
It's weird.
Weird.
It's like all the darkness that makes the yellow type readable is gone, and so it looks like just a pure funky background.
Okay. So while that's happening, okay. So you get that.
All right, back.
Okay. All right.
Wow, that is a few rolls.
Okay. So we got.
I think you should roll one more to see if any of this counts. Thank you. All right, so we found a book
Okay.
about killing the Trask, right? Or what kind of book is this?
This is just kind of a book on the history of the Trask as known. So
Do we know how long ago this book was? Well, I guess yeah. Do we know how long ago this book was published?
it was written about 100 years ago.
All right. It's better than some Google results, so I'll go with it.
Gugwa?
Kukwa. Yes.
Gugwa?
Kukwa.
Oh.
Kukwa.
All right.
The magical search engine?
Our other oracle.
The Oracle of the Ether?
So what you have, what you're gonna find is that there is accounts of what people did to defeat it, and you kind of have to infer from that what resistances or immunities or whatever it would have picked up. And I am sending all right, so and you didn't get high enough to get it. All right, so Jacob and Dave have messages on Discord.
Okay. Okay, so I found out that Terrasque has been defeated by being enfeebled, paralyzed, poisoned, mind controlled, polymorphed, and stupefied.
Polymorphed
Yeah, apparently they turned him into something.
into a Tarask.
Could be.
Maybe it's a bigger thing that was changed into a Tarask, which means
Maybe it was a chicken they turned into a Tarask, and then, they can't use polymorph anymore.
I keep the information to myself.
Does
Oh wait, this isn't Mutants and Masterminds. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I believe. What was this roll from? I critically failed my Arcana check.
Yeah, but your character doesn't know that.
Oh God.
Awesome.
Oh, I think that it was frozen and put into a magical sleep.
Okay.
they could try to kiss it to wake it up.
Yeah, true love's kiss.
Uh,
I mean, you've already picked its nose, so.
we did endoscopy actually. No, we didn't. We picked its nose.
You also drank its blood.
And its blood and its snot, I guess, really, also probably with blood. When we're looking at this in that book, and I don't know if I'll know this or I got to roll again, but was there any clues as to if the person or team who killed it / knocked it out enough to go back to sleep until it wakes up again, do they get anything out of the killing of it?
I mean, not like inherently. Each of these people was rewarded to some degree by like earthly
By other
authorities.
people, but
yeah, but nothing.
there was no magical endowment on the defeat.
Yeah, there's no like Highlander lightning or anything like that. No.
Oh my God! Don't get me started on the new Highlander movie.
Listen. I saw the first Highlander, and I determined that the story was complete, and I have not acknowledged any further media in that world.
It's okay. You didn't miss much.
Yeah, you did get the cream of the crop.
As far as I'm concerned, I missed nothing.
Well, I guess
One of those is pretty interesting.
one of those what?
One of those ways it has been defeated, I think, is interesting considering the current situation.
Yeah, the going to sleep one seems actually pretty logical, but what are the other ones, Jacob, you had?
Enfeebled, paralyzed, poisoned, mind controlled, polymorphed, and stupefied. So, I mean, I guess technically we could just burn it to death.
I mean, I still think fire's got something to do with it. Electricity, unless I don't know what the first one was. Embezzled? No, not embezzled. What was the first one?
Enfeebled.
Enfeebled.
Mm-hmm.
I love searching our Googles or our Oracles.
The story. So again, it doesn't say in the book, "Oh, it's been enfeebled." What it does is it describes what happened, and in that description, what it actually said was that they used magic to strip it of his strength, to strip Tarask of his strength, and then were able to defeat it. So he, as a sorcerer, understands that that's enfeebled, and so he's drawing that conclusion from the story.
You got it.
But yeah, so there's a story in there that leads them to believe. Each of those things has a story associated with it, and each of the ones that Dave pointed out has a story that he's pointing to say it sounds like this is what happened in this story. But the one that I imagine would stand out to you guys currently is the mind-controlled one.
Which is kind of what they're doing now.
What they're
They're
trying to
just
do.
trying to
Anyway.
wake it up, though.
Hint,
feels.
hint.
Well, yeah. So you don't know what they're doing. You based on the information you have.
And the fact that they're not too nice about it, because I did try to talk to them first.
Right.
So
Yeah,
some mean people are trying to connect to this thing in a not so nice way.
Yeah, so the magic, the information that you found about the magic being used was that there was research on sympathetic magic, and there was research on like controlling things through sympathetic magic in the office that you found. But you never like got an answer from her on what exactly she was trying to do.
Mm-hmm.
Any other thoughts here?
Hmm?
So I'm looking at what I have. We can go buy where we need to go buy. I feel like so it's not like that's big of it's not an issue of buying it, but
I can burninate him or electrocute him.
well, I think Lord of the Rings and like a big bow.
Well, I mean that too. I could also web him down so he can't move.
I am also a pretty good belly rubber, so
I could also make him laugh.
we can make him laugh.
No, let's not. I don't think we need to have Greg. You already made him sneeze with the lighting the torch.
Which was
Again,
hilarious.
I think the lighting the torch thing is the key here.
Alright, let's burn him from the inside. Just cast a fireball down his throat.
Let's
But
What?
we can't necessarily, because like we couldn't even stand up long enough once we had the fire in there. Like, it got blown out and it got like blew us out.
That's fine. I can throw a fireball in there. It'll be fine.
Tim, we can't have a game without your wife anymore because these two.
I don't know what you're
I mean,
talking
now
about.
what if? What if there was? We went further. Like, what if we did like an actual like spelunking adventure
into his brain?
Into it, yes, and then we put like canisters of oil. With like copper wire going like every 100 feet between these canisters of oil, and you zapped one of those copper things, you know, like continually recharged all the way down to its brain where a big thing of oil was, and we baked him from the inside out.
I mean, that sounds like a fun plan to me.
I don't know if it would work. Just saying, that's one option. I think that has some potential. I don't know if we can find little fire bombs. I'm going to go to our inventory page and see if there is such a thing.
So why are you insisting on killing this thing rather than keeping it asleep?
Oh, I'm not. I'm just saying we have to be prepared for both. Like, I think we should be prepared to go there and say, we're going to stop it from waking up. But if it starts to wake up, we have to be prepared to do what society and the world needs us to do.
Right, but how sure are we it's even going to wake up?
Oh, I'm not sure at all, but, you know.
You know that it eventually will.
Well,
Well,
eventually, but will we be
yeah.
alive by then?
You have no idea. It's not like on a set timer.
Okay.
It has been asleep for, like, the last time it was reported was thousands of years ago. So it could be it could just wake up any time. But presumably, whatever they're doing is probably speeding that along.
Okay. Well, I mean, I understand that, but from the stories that I read, can I infer a timeline between when it goes to sleep and wakes up?
Um, you know, what, you can give me a.
Ah, that's not good.
It's never good.
I guess. Perception.
Acrobatics. Oh. How do I do that again?
The on the left hand side where
Oh,
the.
that one. Yep, got it. Oh, give me a good roll.
Is that an everyone or a
Hey!
him?
That's him. Yeah. So you get the impression that
Mhm.
from studying it that it takes longer each time.
Okay.
So it used to, like, some of the earliest stories, you have it showing up like within a couple generations. Like, you know, somebody's
Oh.
grandfather was the last person to kill it, and then they were called in to kill it again. You know, type of thing.
Okay. Right.
And so the time that it was last recorded was about 2,500 years ago.
Okay.
The time that it was recorded as waking up before that was somewhere in the vicinity of about 2,800 years.
So
Oh.
here, I have a question. Are
Yeah.
there any books that point to if there's like some sort of secret order that takes on this task? Or does it, is it? I'm sorry. Go ahead.
None
That's
of
a
these
smart
books
question.
mention said a secret order.
Or like an actual order, because I don't know if it would be a secret order, but
Right.
like, because it can't be like, oh, the world's shaking, we need to find someone that needs to handle this. You would think that after like the first couple of times they'd be like, hey, there's going to be an order that's going to maintain this.
So yeah, you get information like I said. There is clearly like a couple lineages in the very earliest stories when it was still happening like within a generation or two. But you know where it clearly says like this person was the grandson of this person, and then later on, oh, this person was the great nephew or whatever of that person. You have some of that stuff going on in the early part, but by the time it's getting here, you're kind of getting the impression that people are forgetting about it by the time it wakes up again, and they're scrambling to find somebody to wake it to deal with it.
So I hope Katsuyo has
Now you
Yes.
do
has some ice spells and sleep spells.
I mean, I have electricity and fireball.
That's not a freezing spell or a sleep spell.
No, but I mean, they're still fun.
Because
now
that's the way I'm reading this book, is that it was frozen and put to sleep.
Uh-huh. That was last time though, so we can't do that.
Why not? You
'Cause
can only use one spell one spell.
well, no.
No,
Each means of defeating it can only be used once,
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I missed that.
because then it
Yeah.
adapts during its hibernation.
right. So I can trap it with a web. Because I don't think it's been
A giant web the size of this island. Okay.
Yeah, 100%.
Now, you will. Those are the list of things you got is the list of things that you were able to be certain. Like you're looking at these stories and going, this is what happened this time. There are some stories where it's not terribly clear what exactly Tarask would have adapted to.
Right.
So there are other he has other immunities or resistances, but you just don't. Those are the ones that you are certain of.
So what you're saying is we should just fight this thing and see what happens.
But we need to have.
I'm not saying that at all.
If we fight it, we need to have a few options.
If you fight it, you don't want to throw all your eggs in one basket because it could turn out that, we bank entirely on electrocution, and then find out that actually one of those times it was electrocuted, and I just didn't get that information, and now you don't have a backup plan. Like if you have to face it, if you have to face it, you want to have backup plans.
Yeah,
so I do believe that if we are inside of its brain, we probably have a few options because not too many people probably attacked it in multiple ways from its brain.
You definitely
at that point we could just stab it.
You definitely don't have any references to that in the stories that you have. No one's talking about it.
I do believe that Bard has a point. Let's try to not start it early. It sounds like there's hundreds of years still, if not longer.
Yeah, I mean the last time it was asleep for 2,800 years.
Yeah.
So
it's supposed to sleep even longer now.
Right. So let's stop it from waking up, and then start a secret society to kill it when it wakes. I'll probably make it a public society, but
now you do have, like I said, you do have the names of when there was like a lineage that was dealing with this. You do have the names of the people that were in that lineage.
I was wondering that, and if that's able to be tracked to modern day, to where we are now.
It's going to take some serious genealogical work because of how long ago that lineage was relevant in this story. But yeah, if you invest the time and the effort in digging into the genealogy, those records exist.
A librarian doesn't quite do the amount of work that a librarian used to do. I feel a librarian used to really help you gather research rather than telling you to go do it yourself.
I mean,
are there any of those kind of librarians around anymore?
She literally handed you the book that you're getting this information from. I don't know.
Right. I mean, it's handy. Definitely handy. All right. So, how many books are we like? Ballpark this with me here. Are we talking days?
For genealogical research? Or for
the genealogical cross-reference of where are their descendants now? Well, two questions. Do the historical accounts of the victors have any shared lineage? And the second question is, do any of the lineage from the most recent, to go and say as far back as they can, have any commonality?
There's nothing that's universal to the people the groups of people who defeated it. The lineage that you can identify as being very involved in this story has not been mentioned in the last, I want to say four or five times the Tarask has woken up. But also, it does talk, when it talks about them, they're on the mainland. They're not on the island here.
Oh, so it sounds really bad then. It sounds like the island gets destroyed and somebody from the mainland comes and saves them. Or kills it and sends it back to start a new island. There's a hunch I get there, but
Hmm.
all right, let's be good people and not go after it. And if it is, I'm running up its nose. But
And
otherwise, let's
stabbing its brain.
and going crazy in there. Uh, Otherwise, it sounds like we gotta go find the bad lady and beat her up.
Yeah, let's go find the bad lady.
Any objections from the
I have
our
I have
bard?
no objections for this
The magician
course of action.
is
We're
on
gonna
board.
go after the Imperial Sorcerer Conjurer.
Yes,
Well, that's one way of looking at it.
all of that.
But-
Yes,
Why?
Well,
to murder her.
She left a fight mid-fight. That's not cool. And B, she's trying to destroy the world.
So murder.
So I feel it's right for us to say, hey, you don't leave a fight and bring the fight to her. And B, stop her from destroying the world.
Or justified chaos.
There's also that.
I don't think that Cirilla's gonna like this, but
Do it anyway.
I think it's just a plan. We can modify it. But
I feel that I'm going to be scolded.
well, so why don't you be the voice of Cirilla
Don't do
right
it.
now?
Don't do it.
I think she'd say, why are we doing this?
Because she needs to be murdered. Murder. We didn't wake up and choose violence. She did it for us.
I'm pretty sure that you did, but
I don't know.
because like you're a murder hobo.
No, just the bad guys.
She did not like it when we did the that person died from the bunker fire either, or the
Wait,
Trash
person died in a bunker fire?
trash fire.
We had somebody die in a trash fire?
The garbage
Yeah.
fire
Did I miss that?
that
Or
we
did
blamed the monkey on.
I don't remember that
The
one.
monkey got blamed for a trash fire that killed 3 people in the apartment because apparently the city had a really bad fire response unit.
That sounds fantastic.
All the money was being paid to the sorceress.
Mm-hmm.
So when really we're avenging those people that died
I concur.
for their empire's misappropriation of funds.
Yes. I agree.
But yeah, so let's go beat her up. The goal will be to concuss her, I think, and to get her knocked out, possibly best. We got to make sure we have some rope or handcuffs. I do not think she would want to be casting spells. That's also one option. I mean, like, come on, let's think about are there others? We're going to go kill the bad people. We go kill the big thing that's going to kill everybody else at some point.
Uh-huh.
Or what?
I mean, I'm all for murdering somebody.
Of course you are.
We could try to move the island off of it so that the island would no longer be directly affected by it.
I'm sorry, you said say that one again?
Move the island off of the Tarrasque.
You mean move the literal thing that we're standing on off of the worm?
You are the wizard. I'm looking at.
I'm a wizard. I'm not a god.
Also, he's a sorcerer.
Oh,
Yeah,
well,
close
shit.
enough.
Never mind.
And that's why he doesn't matter like if he's late or not, because
I come in late to save the day.
he
All right.
doesn't
He's not a wizard, and only wizards arrive exactly when they intend to.
exactly.
Yep.
We just showed our kids the Lord of the Rings trilogy.
Awesome. That is such a good trilogy. I just don't know if Caleb would sit down and watch that.
The first
mean,
two.
Yeah.
So
Sitting-
it's a
Mhm.
good movie and a sequel, and then the third one, but
Oh,
Sitting was optional.
right.
My son definitely was not sitting while he was watching most of it, but he did watch.
I can imagine. Okay. My problem was he would get. I think he would get bored, and he would be like, "Okay, can we do this now? Can we do that now?" And I'm just like, "Oh my god, go!" Yeah. Okay.
So how do we track down this sorceress? I mean, she was on the island, you would assume, or around. And by the way, what city were we in? Essentially, where we were.
You have been in Gareth this whole time, like for a while now. Like not
Is it
in
Tarrasque?
in game, you've only been in Gareth for a few days, but in our world, you guys have been in Gareth for a couple months.
Would you consider a Tarrasque a large creature?
No.
A small creature?
Tarrasque, Tarrasque is its name, so
Yeah, no.
it's not a Tarrasque, it's Tarrasque or the Tarrasque.
Okay.
But secondly,
Mr. Tarrasque to you.
It's-
Yep.
its sheet lists it as gargantuan, which is the largest size category available.
Oh.
Um,
Okay.
That's in the monster manual. In our actual
Mhm.
campaign, it is presumably larger than that.
Ah.
There just
sweet.
isn't a size category listed larger than
Makes sense.
It's island size.
that. Yeah.
Okay.
As my sorcerer friend pointed out. And we've been in Gareth. Well, do we want to? What time of day is it?
Um,
I'm imagining it's morning, but
yeah, so let me see here. Sorry, I was looking up how it describes the actual size categories in Pathfinder. You guys have been at this. Well, you came here mid-morning, I think. You've been at this for hours. It's probably coming up on dinner time at this point.
Question.
Yeah.
Can you take 20 on a spell?
I don't know. I don't think you can, because it's taking 20 is on a okay. I should clarify. I don't actually know if you could take 20 in Pathfinder at all. I'm just ruling that
Oh.
you can.
Okay.
Because it's one of those things where it's like that's a rule that existed in other games that I think is a rule worth keeping around.
Okay.
That being said, it was always something that you could do with what's it called? There's a specific word for the type of action it is, but it's a type of action that you can do casually. So,
Okay.
like, you can't take 20 if you're under pressure. You can't take 20 if it's something that you have to focus on. And spells are pretty commonly something you have to focus on.
Oh yeah, this one says you have to concentrate. So
Yeah. So
Probably
you
not.
can't take 20 on anything like that.
sucks.
Even
Okay.
if they have take 20 rules in Pathfinder.
Fine. All right, I guess we burninate him.
I do not agree with that plan.
Why not? It's a good plan.
No, because I don't want to end the world. I kind of like living.
Well, this is only if he wakes up, right?
You have been warned that like if he wakes up, the game's over
Uh huh.
multiple times.
Yeah. Admittedly, that is because you're standing on the island.
And that's when we thought it was a worm.
But apparently, the sorcerer doesn't care.
Yeah, I don't know if doesn't care is the right word. I just think it's funny.
Right.
It's the end of the world.
Hilarious.
Hilarious. Terrible.
Yeah, so so I suppose technically it's possible to wake it up without immediately ending the campaign if you manage to get away from the island before you do it.
Okay. So
Or
what you're
somewhere
saying is
Well, no, what I'm saying is that it is the default is if you wake it up, the campaign is over.
Mhm.
And that should be taken into consideration. As far as your characters are concerned, they understand it as if we wake this thing up and we're not like in a really good position, we just die. Like
awesome. I love it. Okay. So then, well, I guess we got the only thing we can do is find the lady.
yeah.
Is there a way? Can I detect the? Well, I guess we're not there anymore, so it doesn't matter.
Right.
So
Yeah,
you just want to find the lady and just kill her.
Did you have something else in mind?
I mean, you do know that like this is the Imperium, and they're gonna have other wizards that are doing the same thing.
Okay, but this is the only one we found so far, so let's start here. And then we can have you create a rumor, spread it around town. If you do this, mess with the worm dude.
So
you'll
Chaparral's
die.
just like scratching his head and like, aren't you supposed to be like intelligent to become a wizard, a sorcerer?
No,
Don't you have to go-
I am charismatic, thank you. I am a beautiful fox-looking person.
I don't think that you've thought this all the way through.
I don't have to think. I have
I
spells.
agree. I think we got to find the person who's hiring the sorcerer.
Well, let's say we take that guy out. That doesn't mean the sorcerer is going to stop.
Well, no, it'd go along with like break all her fingers or cut them off, and then like go after the person there, so she can't do magicy things with her fingers.
Okay, see, I only wanted to murder her. I didn't want to torture her.
We can kill her after if you want. If you prefer to kill her, we can kill her after. But
So what he's saying is you can kill her and then cut off her fingers.
I mean, if that's the route you guys want to go, I'm just down.
I want to
for
get the information of
wanton murder.
who hired her before she dies.
I think I understand why Carol's sick. I'm doing air quotes right now. Oh my!
All right. Well, if we can
Goodness.
find her, maybe I can enthrall her.
Can we ask if other people have ideas?
Like, shouldn't we like? So we are in a mages guild, right? Like, we're in a mage guild library.
Yeah, this
Mhm.
library is owned by a mage guild. The mage guild.
So, like,
There are other libraries, but that's what
do like. I'm sure there are like historians who know more about this stuff than what we're finding in books.
Right.
Wouldn't it behoove us to see if there is a historian for the Mages Guild and maybe talk to them first?
I mean, I'm okay with that.
And I will add a caveat that we will not kill the historian.
Well, I
I'm
don't want to
in-
kill the historian.
I'm
I
in
just want to
agreement
kill the
with
person
that.
messing with the thing. You know, with the giant worm thing. That's all I want to kill.
We should not kill the historian.
I don't want to kill the historian.
He just wants to kill everybody else.
Well,
If
I
the
mean,
historian
but waking
doesn't
up. I mean,
answer
I
our
just want to play
questions-
with the worm. I think that would be a fun time.
So, I guess I'll talk to the librarian and see if there's a Mages Guild historian, and where could we find them?
Yeah, she'll tell you that there is. There's a few of them, but given that it's about dinner time, probably best to check in with them tomorrow. But she'll give you. She'll point out where, like, I don't want to say offices, but you know, the kind of the area where they mostly study and hang out and lecture and stuff.
All right. I will thank her, and I guess, do we head back to the underground area with the kobolds?
I want to go to a brew pub where I can ask questions and listen to other bards who might have stories about this from the past. If that's all right.
Sure. Yes.
Go for it.
And on the way, Katsuyo lights someone on fire, electrocutes them.
Yeah, just whoop, simple fireball.
God. We're just going to be like, this is the arsonist you're looking for, pointing at him. The monkey was innocent.
I'm going to go light everything on fire and just point and be like, he did it.
So much fun.
All right. So, what's our game plan? I think we're talking one about maybe going
What do
and
you... Hold on.
talking or finding the sorceress, or we're gonna go talk to another library.
We
And
were
on the
gonna...
way there, I'm
We
stuck
were
with-
going to go and talk to the historian
That's
in the
what-
morning. Okay, I thought you were like, "What's our game plan for the bar?" And I was like, "It was your idea to go there. I don't know."
All right, so it's getting late. I am going to go to the bar and find the bard. Try to find a bar that has a good bard, I should say.
A good bard.
A good bard in a bar.
I mean, I'm a
Yeah.
bard.
But you don't know the stories. You don't know the stories of the Tarask.
We might have to have a bard off.
Oh,
Yes. And if they win, we know everything that they know about the Tarask.
Watch, I'll do a crit fail on my performance, and I'll be like, "No wonder why you no longer live here." Wait, this library was in Gareth, right?
Oh yeah, yeah. It's
Okay.
in Gareth.
I couldn't remember if we had to go outside of Gareth for this or not. It's been a couple of weeks. Okay.
Okay.
I mean, can I use? I have Gareth lore. I mean, I should know where the good bards hang out.
Yes.
Where is? There it is. Gareth lore.
Yeah.
28. Damn.
Nice.
You know a couple places worth checking out for that
All right.
particular goal.
So I will give them the breakdown, the lowdown of the details of the different bars. Let's say there's like 3 bars that I know of, and I will let Tim come up with the details of where they're actually located
Yeah.
within the city.
Um. My migraines are catching up to me, and
Okay.
so I am going to have difficulty ad-libbing that right now. So I say we end here, and then next
That
session we
works.
pick up by arriving at the first, whichever of the 3 bars. I'll give you guys the 3 options. You pick which one you're going to do, and we'll start there.
And then we
Okay.
will have a bard off. Dun 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 dun.
Get ready.
Well, I picked up a feat that which should be pretty fun.
Yeah.
It's called Group Impression. I can
Nice.
impress an entire group of people.
You are in the Bard off.
Sweet.
You're a secret weapon.
Awesome.
So
All right.
Ah.
I don't know if you
Hopefully
guys.
Carol will help us, Cyrilla will help us with better choices in the future.
Yeah, here's hoping.
Well, let Carol know that I definitely channeled her restraint and ethics.
I know. How
You
not fun.
did very well.
Yes, I will be sure to pass
Thwarted
that
my
along.
plans.
And
Yeah.
kept the murder hobos at bay.
For now.
Yes.
Yes, for now.
You're lucky you don't have. You're kind of lucky you don't have. Oh no! Where'd he go?
What?
I forgot to recreate. When I had to redesign the server, I forgot to recreate. What's his name? Dang it!
Oh.
I'll have to add that before next session. I was like, I had to open it on roll 20 where I had his original sheet.
Okay.
But the plant guy. You remember the plant guy?
Okay.
The,
Oh,
Oh
plant
yeah,
guy.
yeah.
yeah. You're lucky you don't have him. He's
The plant thief.
he's pretty stab happy. So he would have been on the side of the murderer.
He sounds like me and him would be getting along pretty well.
Well, he's fun. He's this tiny little adorable Moonbeam. That's his name.
Moonbeam, yes.
Yeah, sweet.
Yeah, Moonbeam is this adorable leaf fleshy, who's really sweet and kind, and until he decides to stab you or rob you. When you guys rescued him, it was because he had been arrested for stabbing a member of the city guard. And
What kind of guy?
and when Carol's character asked why, when Cirilla asked why he stabbed a city guard, his answer was basically because he's a city guard. And when she was like,
I mean,
"You
valid
need
point.
to-" like, she was like, "Oh no, 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 no." Anyway, yeah. So that's Moonbeam. That's how he approaches things.
I like this guy.
I mean, he's around. He's one of the characters that you can recruit, but right now you're working with Fazige and his crew.
Okay.
Anyway, yeah.
Do we,
So
we might need to amass a small army.
depending on how you want to handle this, yeah. So I mean, you have a number of options available to you as far as it's like, do you want to hunt down this one person and kill her, and hope that solves it? Do you want to hunt down this person and then get as much information you can,
And then murder her.
and then stop her by various means? Do you want to drive the Empire off the island entirely so that this isn't an issue? You know, I mean, like,
Ooh,
you have all kinds of options available.
that'd be
to
kind of
you.
fun.
Some of them are more realistic than others, but you have various options available to you. You just have to figure out how you're going to handle that. But in the meantime, thank you for joining us. Don't forget to check out our team page, our team fundraising page. Links there in chat, so you can donate to help us help kids. We are trying to, those of us who are raising for Boston, which is everybody that's in this game, is raising for Boston. Boston is doing a Summer of Miracles event, and they're trying to raise $100,000 by the end of August. We are not there yet. We are not halfway there yet. But the average is, if everyone that is raising for Boston raised $500, then that'll do it. And there's rewards for raising at least $500. So please help us help kids by making a donation to one of our pages there, and help the Boston Children's Hospital achieve its Summer of Miracles goal. Thursday nights, currently, Star Trek is ended. So the Star Trek campaign wrapped up. We finished that. So there's not game scheduled for Thursday nights right now. We haven't set up a solid plan for that yet. Discussion has been started in the Discord, but we haven't gotten very far with that. But in the meantime, I am using that time to develop the Hungry Dark for our game day event. So you can get more information on the Hungry Dark there on our team page or through the link posted on there. You can donate in which your donations affect the story. So you can start making donations in advance for that, and or make donations during the event to have effects happen immediately. I'll be doing that. The plan is I'm not currently streaming that. We might decide to do so later, but right now we're not streaming that. So if you guys want to get your characters ready or read up on the setting or anything like that, that's the work that I'm doing Thursday nights. I'll have that Foundry open and doing that. Yeah, don't forget to join us for Extra Life the first weekend in November. And again, please make a donation. Help us help kids with medical supplies and with treatment and with entertainment. But in the meantime, thank you very much for joining us, and have a good night.
Good night.
Good night, folks.